Hi, welcome back to Ask a Monk. Today I thought I would answer 3 questions in a row because they seem fairly simple to answer and it wouldn't I don't think it would be worth making a video about each one. The first one is from Shazrul Zal. Dear Yuttadhammo, could you explain the importance of the Bodhi tree? The Bodhi tree, what is meant by the Bodhi tree, is a sort of a fig tree that is found in India, and it happens to be the tree that the historical Buddha sat under to become enlightened. Now, according to the legends or what we have of the Buddha's teaching, in other world periods in ancient times, uh, other Buddhas arose, and they all had their own type of tree. And basically, what it means is that the followers, the people who came after, would always venerate that sort of tree because it was in the memory of the Buddha. So whenever we see this tree, we'll generally try to protect it and maybe put a terrace around it. And it came to be to signify the Buddha himself. So instead of making a statue of the Buddha, they would plant a Bodhi tree or make a carving of a Bodhi leaf, or you'll see people with Bodhi leaves or leaves from this fig tree, or malas made of the seeds, or so on. So basically, it just represents the Buddha. It's where the Buddha became enlightened. And the Buddha sat down to meditate for the final time before he was to become enlightened, to realize the truth that he then taught to people for the rest of his life. It was under a Bodhi tree, this type of tree. And so it's called a Bodhi tree. The word Bodhi means enlightenment or wisdom. So it's the tree of enlightenment. And the original one is in India. It's in Buddha Gaya, which is south of a city called Gaya in the province of Bihar. And actually, as I'm sure people could tell you, I'm not so clear on it, but I think this is the fourth in the fourth generation in a sequence of trees. It was killed, cut down, and replanted from Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankans took a cut from the original Bodhi tree, brought it to Sri Lanka, and when the Bodhi tree was killed in Buddha Gaya in India, they brought it back from Sri Lanka. So you'll find the Maha Bodhi tree there, which is probably the most. It's sort of like the Buddhist Mecca, I guess you could say, the most important Buddhist spot in the world. It's where Buddhists all year round will go to pay respect to the Buddha and to his enlightenment. Next question is from Itong Tian. Do you make your own food? No, I don't make my own food. There are some videos about the alms round that I've done, so you can take a look at those. As a monk, we aren't allowed to store food, cook food, or store food, cook food. That's about it. We're not allowed to store food overnight. We're not allowed to cook food. We're not allowed to take food for ourselves. So we couldn't go into a store and buy food, or even go into someone's cupboard and if they've given us permission to go and to take food. We're only allowed to eat food that has been given freely out of faith or as alms. So in India, people would give food as a tradition. They would give it to people of all religious beliefs. They would believe that they're doing something good, something some sort of spiritually beneficial practice. It's a moral. It's a charitable practice. It's something that people do because it makes them happy and it makes them feel like good people. It makes them feel like that they're doing something of worth. So they would give that. And even nowadays, Buddhists would do the same thing. They maybe aren't able to become monks themselves, or aren't able to even go to practice meditation, but they're able to practice at home and to do good deeds to support the monks and to support people who are practicing meditation. So I go to the restaurants, the local Asian restaurants, and they put food in my bowl every day, and I've been doing that for the past 9 years in Thailand and now in America. So no, yeah, we're not allowed to cook food. The, the third question is, I realize that I am easily angered and have had a hard time to quit smoking because of it. What kind of meditation should I do to help with this? What kind of Tai Chi could I also do? Your answer would mean a lot, thanks. This is from 915 Raver. Um, and the reason I'm not going to go into detail about this is because really I've given a specific set of meditation, and I think it really does help with anger. If you're to put into practice the teachings that I have posted, the teachings on how to meditate, which I assume you haven't looked at since you're asking this question, you'll see that there's both the the way of meditating and the reasons why we meditate. And one of the reasons is to overcome things like anger, to give up addictions like smoking. If you are interested in specifically in smoking, I think it's an interesting adaptation of the meditation practice. I see that's not exactly what you're asking, but giving up smoking doesn't have just to do with anger. It has to do with feelings of guilt, which you have to do away with first once you've given up the feelings of guilt. Then go on to the craving once you're able to accept the craving and to just see it for what it is. Then go even deeper onto the feeling, the happy feeling that comes with the craving, the pleasure that comes with wanting. And when you can just experience the pleasure and say to yourself, happy, happy, or pleasure, feeling, then you can do away with the craving and do away with the needing and do away with the getting and do away with the smoking. When you're able to bring it right back to the both the thoughts about smoking and the feelings about the pleasant feeling of excitement that you get when you think of smoking. So, and as far as Tai Chi, I don't teach Tai Chi, so you're on your own there. You have to find someone who teaches that. Okay. So there's 3 questions that deserve answers, but I think the answers are pretty simple. So there you have it. Thanks for the questions and keep practicing.